I like video games, but every time I try to make one, I want to slink back into my safe and secure open source shell. Thing is, game development is harder than it looks. Take me for example. You see this frame rate, all of this visual style, that's not aesthetic, that's convenience. And that's just on the visual spectrum. Think about what programmers have to go through. So yeah, don't expect me to be making any games anytime soon. I like to think that I have a few good game ideas, but I don't want to actually make them as I don't actually enjoy game development. So one of you can steal these, I guess. Okay, let's look at the list. Metal Gear Rising 2, is it that much to ask? Hey, you know Ultra Kill, yeah? Make that 2D and a roguelike and you basically get dead metal. In case you couldn't tell, I thought of this game while I was listening to Korn. The healing system would be kind of like Metal Gear Rising or Doom 2016 in that you can perform glory kills in order to regain full health. I know that sounds way too easy a way to heal for a roguelike, but I'm bad at roguelikes, okay? Leave me alone! Similar to Hades, the game would lock you in a chamber with a ton of enemies and a massive number in the background showing the amount of enemies left, encouraging players to hunt down every last enemy. It would also be couch co-op multiplayer because life is better when you can forget what character you are. Story-wise would probably be told through in-game dialogue, so it's there if you want it, but let's be real. All this audience wants to do is blow up and slice shit. TLDR, humanity and hell are at war, original I know, and the only way to destroy hell is by going through all of the layers in Dante's fanfiction and blowing it up from the inside. You play as what the Timu version of the UAC call angels. Essentially, runners they sent to hell to try and make it to the core, essentially a death sentence. However, they're able to clone your character, so you're always playing the same person, but not really. They don't keep any memories. When it comes to game ideas, I'm always more of a story-focused person than thinking about the gameplay, because I'm really not much of a programming person. All I can do is what I can find tutorials on YouTube for, and maybe, if I'm lucky, it'll work after I copy it. With that in mind, let's think about the last game. Okay, take everything I just said about how I don't think I would make any competitive shooters. Yeah, fuck that. Competitive shooter. You can expect this to be yet another movement-focused game. Are we beginning to see a pattern here? The movement will be similar to that of incredibly popular games such as War. The basic premise is you have energy drinks that represent power-ups. And these energy drinks give you multiple kinds of abilities, such as super speed, higher jumps, higher health, more damage, etc. However, after these effects have taken place, the crash will occur, and the abilities will backfire. For example, if you drank something that made your maximum health increase, then during the crash period, your maximum health would decrease, meaning you need to be careful as to when you use these. However, you also have an ability called One More. This allows you to take another drink, prolonging the effect, however, it makes the crash worse later on. Obviously, there are a maximum amount of these you can have at one time. Like I said earlier though, I'm not great about thinking gameplay-wise, so I can't really get into the nitty-gritty, such as how does one manage around how many prolongers you can drink. I first thought of this game when I first started drinking energy drinks. Thought it would be cool if these affected your bodies in different ways depending on what flavor you drank. However, I later realized that's not anything to do with energy drinks, that's just hard fentanyl. Well, that's me for today. Feel free to use these ideas, although they're not really fleshed out much, so you can expand on them however you want if you feel like it. If you want to get some sneak peeks on what I'm going to be working on for my next video, you can always sign up to my Ko-Fi. Or, if that's not really up your street, you don't really want to spend any money, the Discord's always there and it's for free. If you sign up to the Ko-Fi, you get more stuff in the Discord, although most of the baseline features in the Discord are still there for those of you who are just there to hang out. Just know that those Ko-Fi benefits are there if you ever want them. Plus, you'll also get digital assets that you can use in your own animations. Anyway, outro generator.
Don't play the track. Don't gain, 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 Sega Saturn system. Track 1 contains game data, so please don't play the track with a regular CD player. It might damage your audio system.